I'm Ryan McChesney, star and director of the movie The Campaigners. And today I'm going to give you guys a Christmas gift. And that gift is going to be my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. Now, like any of the lists that I've done so far, this list is definitive. There's no arguing about it. And if you don't agree with my list, then you don't like Christmas and or gifts. So, without further ado, here I go. Coming in at number 5, we have Scrooged. Now, Scrooged is an underrated movie. It's probably never ever thought of as a great Christmas movie, but that's a shame. That is a shame because it's hilarious. Bill Murray's hilarious in this. He plays a TV producer who's obsessed with the holiday season and is visited by 3 different ghosts and 3 different variations, and it's hilarious. This is probably the best rendition of A Christmas Carol that has been done on film. I don't care what you say about the George C. Scott version. I don't care about any other of the versions. This is the best one of the Dickens classic that's been done on film. Coming in at number 4, we have Trading Places. Now, some people don't really view this as a Christmas movie. I do. But it's also a study on American, how we look at people, and it has Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, and they switch spots. You know, Eddie Murphy's coming up from the ghetto, and Dan Aykroyd's living this really rich lifestyle with Jamie Lee Curtis, and so they switch places, and shenanigans happens, and Eddie Murphy becomes pompous, and Dan Aykroyd becomes, you know, this lowlife. And it's all about the surroundings and the environment, and and it's just based on a bet between 2 stupid people. So it was a great movie. Probably Dan Aykroyd, definitely Dan Aykroyd's best movie, and I dare say Eddie Murphy's best movie, and Jamie Lee Curtis's best movie too. It was a good holiday movie, and it gets overlooked because people don't generally view that as a holiday movie. At number 3, we have Home Alone. When I was a kid, I set booby traps because of this movie around my house. I had booby traps. I had the micro machines on the floor, just to see if any of that worked. None of those traps worked. None of them. And so I felt kind of cheated. I was like, man, Macaulay's a genius, because he was able to do all this stuff, and it worked. And how come it's not working for me? And so this is as you're a kid, you really, I don't know, I can only watch this through a kid's eye, because that's how I thought of it when I was probably a year younger than Macaulay Culkin when he was in the movie, and so I can only watch that movie through that eyes and how I was affected by it when I was that age, and it transformed me, because I wanted to be that character. I wanted to fight the bad guys when I was 8 years old. So it was a great memory of my childhood. It made a huge star out of Macaulay Culkin. Unfortunately, he didn't transform that into an adult movie career, quote unquote. But he, I thought it was a good movie. Coming in at number 2, we have It's a Wonderful Life, Mary. I just thought that I was gonna, probably be the top movie of all time, because everybody lists me as the top movie of all time, but it's not. And you know why? It's because it's not generally. People think it's a Christmas movie, and it is, but it's not very centered around the holidays. It's centered around Jimmy Stewart's character, and so I can't put that as the top Christmas movie, even though I liked it, and it's very sappy at the end. I thought that it was it's a classic. It's so many awesome lines, so many great moments from that movie, and my favorite is when Jimmy and Stuart and Mary are kind of on their first date, and he's walking around, he's like, "What is it you want, Mary? It's the moon?" And I was like, I'll throw a lasso around it and get them. Come here, Moon. And that's probably my favorite movie to quote, and because I'm obsessed with impersonating Jimmy Stewart, but I liked it. I thought it was well done. I thought there hasn't been a movie like that. You can tell when a movie is really good when it has so many different movies parodying it, and that movie does. And so it's did its job. It's Frank Capra. Probably his best movie, I thought, and Jimmy Stewart's best movie, probably. So yeah, it's a holiday classic. It's great. Number two we have, or number one. That was number two. Number one we have A Christmas Story, and I rated this at number one again because I'm going back to my childhood, and this was my favorite movie of my childhood around Christmas time, and mainly because I could identify with the boy of Ralphie, of wanting this present, and I call it the Ralphie movie, wanting this present, wanting the just all the glitz and the glamour, and trying to talk to Santa, and I love that. I loved and identified with that character of Ralphie in the movie, and having that mom who's like that, and having the stupid younger brother that's annoying, and that is always just around you. So and it was a great it was a great movie for that time frame, because it was real. People could identify with it, and I thought that, and there's so many great lines and great quotes from that movie, like "You'll stretch your eye out" and "Fragile," it must be Italian. I could identify with pretty much every aspect of that movie, with the exception of the narrating. When I was a kid, I didn't understand anything he said. He might have been speaking Japanese, because he spoke with such a eloquence about him that I didn't understand it. But I enjoyed it. It's got to be on everybody's top list of Christmas movies, because it's so real. The Jimmy Stewart thing, It's a Wonderful Life, isn't real. It's happy. It's Capricorn. It's happy. But this is a real movie based on real events in somebody's childhood. So you can't get any better than that. And that's where a lot of the comedy comes from. So there it is. That's my top 5. It's definitive. So you can't argue with it. And if you try, then curses to you. But yeah, my movie, The Campaigners, has come along. We should have the clips up by this week, so look for that. And I'll be doing a list tomorrow, and I'll be doing kind of other stuff, other videos, to hopefully entertain you throughout the holiday season. So look for that. Like us on Facebook, and visit our website at thecampaignersmovie.com.